From the dawn of its conception in the 2011-2012 school year, the Sanford News Network has been anything but ordinary. Even in this first year of operation, we strive to excel and set high standards for our successors. Indeed, the leadership team began their multimedia education this past August in a workshop led by John Fritz.
I always wonder why Sanford didn't have a newspaper.
Communication and writing and speaking in public and clear thinking, and these are all academic skills, but with the technology that we have downstairs and the things that, the programs that Mr. Fritz has organized and put together, we have a really engaging program that requires kids to exercise these skills and get better at it.
I think it's about producing excellent communicators. That's what we do.
2 classes are now offered to educate students in this field: the trimester-long Foundations of Journalism and its follow-up class, Student Media Production. In class, students learn the skills needed to produce a variety of high-quality media for the radio, video, internet, and the printed page. While polishing such skills as interviewing, writing, reporting, recording, and photography, students use their classroom time to create their own multimedia pieces to publish on the SNN website.
It allows them more freedom, like instead of having to run back and forth to sports or stage crew for that credit, they can just do what they truly love, being in the media room and working on their stories.
Sanford News Network and its accompanying classes demonstrate the importance of public communication and the combination of Sanford's core classes to create media. The skills learned in every class are fused in the Media Lab and then presented to the community.
One of the most insightful comments I've heard related to this program so far. Someone asked how she was able to pick up on a software editing program, desktop publishing program, InDesign, Adobe's InDesign, so quickly to produce a news magazine so professional looking. And I'm paraphrasing her here, but she said something to the effect that, well, I didn't have a teacher over my shoulder slowing me down by trying to teach me things. And I laughed, and I took that in the spirit in which it was intended, and which was, she was given some liberty, some freedom to explore and to problem solve, to be resourceful, and that's exactly what she was. And I think that's one of the best examples of how this all can and really should work.
The Sanford News Network leadership team is the driving force behind media production. Those students of the leadership team are learning what it takes to be a leader as they work alongside their peers and mentors to achieve their goals.
I've seen outstanding work where a sophomore editor is giving advice to a senior reporter. That takes courage, I think, to do, but that's what an editor needs to do.
To me, that's leadership. I mean, where SNN is right now is in large part a function of what you guys have brought to it and the leadership you've shown, the way you've just jumped into this. I mean, being willing to come in the summer when school's not going on and get trained so that when we got back, we could really begin the work of building this program is an example of the kind of leadership that we hoped people would embrace, and you have.
Leadership as, organizational skills and coordinating other people. As video manager, when people are done with their videos, they bring them to me and I have to evaluate them, and it feels strange as a student to evaluate your peers' work. But because in most classes, that's what a teacher is for, and I don't have any power. So it's this class, provides me the opportunity to test out that skills of more professional relationships, saying, I have this position because I worked for it and I have the knowledge for it. It doesn't mean I'm better than you or that I'm an authoritarian figure. I am here to help you with this project, and I know what you need, and I know what your video needs, and that's definitely a skill that's, I would say, useful for the rest of your life.
A combined media class that's not newspaper, it's not radio, it's not any one thing individually, but rather sort of a comprehensive media class.
The Macs definitely help. I go through iMovie and it's very easy to use. and I can work from any computer now that we have the shared server.
John Fritz deserves really the lion's share of putting this together. Rob Short in our tech department helped him out a lot in selecting a lot of that equipment. And then Mitch Hill, who's an alum, who's class of '73, working on the radio side. I'm sure you guys have seen him in and out of the lab.
Although the students and instructors are still working to shape the subsequent network structures of the future, they also have some reach goals that they would like to see take form in years to come.
Personally, I just love the sports to grow more, because I know when I first became sports editor, Mr. Fritz told me historically newspapers, no matter how bad or how good, have lived off two things, and that's sports and cartoons, and we don't have cartoons. So I did feel a lot of responsibility, but I was definitely ready to handle it, so I'd love to see the sports grow more.
A multinational conglomerate that controls all information.
Us expanding into the performing arts and take advantage of the skills that kids are building to be able to record and film, and you know, do we have kids who could write and produce and create films? Yeah, we do. Yeah, and I would love to see that happen. So first things first, we'll get there.
Honing in on the individual talents of all the students, and we're really making an effort with an art section. We're going to focus on the artwork of individual students, so it's also just, you know, narrowing in on, we know there's lots of talent on campus and we want to show that and show it by focusing on the individual.
Basically, any talent that a student has, they can bring to this place, bring to this center, and they can disseminate it. It's a playground for talent.
We are not the finished product. We are the ground
Absolutely
level.
not.
Right,
Yes.
we are the seed to the tree.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
Oh, that totally relates
like
to
how
our
I brought
theme.
that in there.
Yes.
Nice.
The log, the seed,
Good
Yes.
job.
the bark.
Yeah, but no, we need to continue to grow, because
There are currently 9
Right.
active, committed members. We are the leadership team, but then in the future, we have, every year we get a new stock of freshmen. So,
We merely planted the sapling that is our student media program,
yes.
and I hope that
it will
years
grow into
when
a noble fern.
yes, when we come
Blossom.
back
and
years from now, for whatever fields we decide to go into, I hope we can come back, you know, in 10, 15 years or so, and, you know, see this thing, this great thing that it's become because of, you know, class after class putting all their hearts into this.
Yeah, and then when we're old, be like, we started that.
it's nice to be able to say that you were a pioneer
Yes.
in something that has so much potential.
Is it too early to get our busts made? We haven't figured it out.
We're constructing statues.